Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting, the Springfield Local Schools Board of Education meeting for Tuesday, June 16, 2026, at 6:02. Chris, may I have the roll call, please?
Sure. Mr. Lance?
Here.
Mr. Hofer?
Here. Mrs.
Warner?
Here.
Mr. Mason?
Here.
Okay, can you rise and say the pledge of allegiance, please? Pledge of allegiance. Before we proceed, I'd like to have a motion to accept the modified agenda for this evening. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and second. Mr. Adams, can we have a roll call?
Yeah, let me get this down. Mr. Lance?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on to item number 4, Portage Lakes Career Center Springfield Student of the Month.
So our last student of the month for Portage Lakes this year was Johnny James in the automotive class. This was what was said about Johnny. Johnny has always gone out of his way to voluntarily help around the shop, which is always very much appreciated. He always wants to learn new things. And that was a senior from Springfield. I always love whenever we have our Portage Lakes meetings and we get to hear they do that every single time. I'm glad that we've done it here. I've said it every single time we do this because it's nice to see the academic recognition. We recognize sports a lot, which is very important, but we're primarily here for academics, and it's important to recognize the students for what they're studying and what they're accomplishing. And when we go to Portage Lakes and we get to see them recognize not just, all 4 schools students of the month, but also they started doing the adult education as well. So that's also recognizing people for their academic achievements no matter of what phase of life they're in, which is amazing, and I love it very much. So I'm happy that we get to do this, and I think we should give a round of applause for Johnny here.
Moving on to item number 5, OSB recognition for Dave Hofer, Reno Contapelli, Northeast Region Manager of Ohio School Boards Association.
All right, thanks for having me. I'm Reno Contapelli from the Ohio School Boards Association. I'm the Northeast Regional Manager. Each year at our spring conference, we honor board members who go and beyond the call of duty, as we say, and earn some awards. So first of all, I want to thank President Hofer for 15 years of service. I still remember you as a young beginning board member because I met you at the 101. And we were instant friends, and I was still a school board member at Cuyahoga Heights at the time. And we brought Dave into our leadership program. So currently, Dave is the president-elect of the Northeast region. Next year, he'll be president of the region, which consists of about 19 counties and 232 schools, which means you get to host the spring conference. I think we're going to look at the Portage Lakes Career Center. So it'll be kind of nice. You won't have a far drive to go. But each year at our spring conference, we give out an award called the Master Board Member. Now, to put it in perspective, there are a little over 3,400 board members in Ohio, and only 18 won it statewide. And Dave was one of the winners. And in our region, we had 7 winners, and Dave was one out of the 7. To get the Master Board Member, you have to do service, which he's doing with being part of the OSBA Leadership Program, going to meetings, going down to Columbus and testifying on bills. There's training involved. That's our part of the continuing education for school board members. You have to take a test and pass it, an aptitude test, and then the board has to recognize you. So Dave, on behalf of the Ohio School Board Association, congratulations on being a Master School Board Member. I guess I had this guy. I know you from somewhere. Thank you.
Last week.
Thanks, Reno. Moving on, item number 6, recognition of 2025-26 retirees.
All right, so this is always a bittersweet activity to do. So when I call your name, please come up here. We have the bell that Springfield gives to all the retirees. It's very nice. Plays a song when you roll it up, when you turn it up. So, and then what we're going to do at the end is then we're going to go over there and we're going to take a picture of everyone. So, first one, Chris Adams. So Chris was hired as an interim treasurer and then hired as treasurer in March of 2010. Chris has worked in that capacity until his official retirement date, which is going to be 8/1/26. Thank you for your service. Congratulations. No, you're good. Okay. Debbie Campbell. Okay, Debbie's not here today. Debbie was with the district for 25 years. Debbie was hired as a 2-hour cafeteria worker at Spring Hill and worked in many capacities in the cafeteria through December 2013. In 2012, she accepted a 6-hour custodial position at Schropp and continued in many different custodial positions until her retirement of January 2026. Okay. Next, Julie DiTomaso. That's you. Thank you. Here you go. You're welcome. Julie worked in our district for 32 years. She was hired as a Spanish teacher at Springfield High School, where she has spent her career teaching students until retiring of May of 2026. Congratulations. Susan Elliott, not here, will be our district 30-plus year on her retirement date of 10/1/26. She was hired in 1996 as an 8th grade language arts teacher at Spring Hill Junior High. In 1997, the following year, she moved to 8th grade social studies. And then in 2021-22, Susan moved to Schropp Intermediate School, where she taught 6th grade social studies and science, and she served as the social studies department chair for multiple years. Susan Elliott, you will be missed. Aaron Francis. You're welcome. There you go. So, Aaron was with the district for 31 years. 32 years. All right, who wrote this? Okay. Okay, so in 1994, tell me if I'm right on the dates, you were hired as a 4th grade teacher at Lakemore Elementary.
Correct.
And then 2006, you moved to Young Elementary.
Sounds right.
And then 2008, you moved to Schropp.
Sure.
Okay,
Sounds
where you
right.
worked various teaching levels until your retirement of March of this year.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're going to be missed.
Thank you.
Kathy Grubbs, she's not here today. Kathy has been with Springfield for 33 years. She was hired as a secretary at Spring Hill Junior High School and worked in the capacity there for 7 years. Then she took the challenge and became our EMIS coordinator for the district and has remained in the district office for 26 years, making sure that our schools are funded. Thank you, Kathy. Marilyn, come on up. Do have a belfry, there you go. Marilyn has been with the district for 31 years, over 31 years. 32 years? Okay, that's it, this person's gone. I have that. She was hired as the payroll clerk and has worked tirelessly in this position for that many years, and I think everybody here could say thank you for making sure that we get paid. Love it, thank you. You're gonna be missed. Dale Hanley has been with the district for 31 years. He was hired at Spring Hill as a math teacher in 1994. In 1990, he moved to Schropp where he taught 5th grade. And then in 2004, he went to Spring Hill where he taught OWA, which we don't hear that too much, social studies as well as health. And then in 2012, he became a PE teacher and split his time between Roosevelt and Young. Those were the elementaries. In 21-22, he remained at Spring Hill full-time until he retired in May of 2026. Coaching was a large part of his career, and he had coached in many capacities. Dale's going to be missed. Barb Lewis. Barb has worked in our district for 31 years. She was a hire as a 2-hour worker in the cafeteria in 1995. In 1998, she became a custodian at the high school, and Barb worked in many different buildings in our district. She moved to the new high school building in 2016, where she has remained until her retirement. Thank you, Barb. Mary Beth Mitchell. Mary Beth worked in our district for 24 years. In 2001-2, she was hired as a tutor at Schropp. And then in 2002-2003, she became a special education teacher at Schropp. And then in 2012-2013, she moved to the junior high school, where she remained until her retirement until 2026. Mary is going to be missed. Mary Beth is going to be missed. Thank you, Mary Beth. Chris Poling. Chris Poling served in our district for over 25 years. Chris was hired in as a secretary to the curriculum director and served in that capacity for 8 years in 1999. In 2008, she became head building secretary at Schropp Intermediate School. In 2017-18, Chris moved to the administration building, where she served as account clerk before being hired as assistant treasurer in 2024. And she's come back many times since then to help us out, so thank you, Chris. Kathy, you're up. Kathy has been with the district for 29 years? Long time, okay. Kathy was hired as a 3-hour library aide at Spring Hill. That was back in 1997. And then in 1999, she became a teaching assistant, where she worked with numerous classrooms with many different children until her retirement in February of 2026. And she tells me she enjoys being at home.
I do, but I like school too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Melinda. Okay, Melinda, you've been with us for 32 years. You started in 1995, and you were hired as a 6th grade teacher at Sawyerwood Elementary. I don't think I knew that. In 2000, you became a counselor and split your time between Schropp and Boyer. In 2002, you became a full-time counselor at Schropp. And then in 2006, you moved to the high school, where you continued your counseling services. You've worked in this capacity, as well as many multiple coaching, bowling and and advisory positions until your retirement of June 1st, 2026. You are going to be missed. The high school is going to miss you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, Brett Zimmerman. Brett has been with our district for 23 years. In 2003, he was hired as a special education teacher at Young Elementary. In 2007, he moved to Schropp, where he spent many years teaching and served as a mentor to new teachers. And in 2023, Brett moved to the junior high school, where he worked for 3 years until his retirement in May of 2026. Brett, you're also going to be missed. Thank you. All right, so can all of our people today, can they go behind or in front? Don't go behind, because we want your picture. Don't go behind. Stay in front so we can get you.
Did you get us, Jeremy?
If you want to stay, we would love to have you, but if you don't want to stay, please. Okay.
See you, Jerry.
Yeah, look at Bill Man's like, I'm out of here.
I was just dismissed from school.
Yeah, that was like a yes, school, out. Oh. That was funny.
Before we move on, I was jotting down numbers of all the years of experience that every person had, and if my numbers are correct, I've got three finance people in the building right now, 378 years of service.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Retired today. That's a lot of, and I said this when I retired, we don't know how to retire progressively. We come up to this point and then it's a chop. And we have all this knowledge that we can pass on. And I wish, not only for schools, but for industry and for everywhere else, there would be some sort of program where we could share some of that knowledge and then exit gracefully instead of just, it's cold turkey. Just some of my thoughts. Any other comments on our retirees for the board members?
Just want to thank them for their service. That's a lot to replace all at one time, but they'll be missed. Get some new young blood in here and start the process over again, I guess. So I just want to thank them.
Yeah, I know a lot of them on that list personally. It's going to be very hard to see them go. I get worried because I know the young teachers, they'll be able to do it, but that's legacies that are going to be very hard to match and might not be able to be replaced. A lot of these different people, no matter what capacity they served in. I mean, some of these people I talk to every day for 6 years. So, it's going to be hard for a lot of these people, and I hope they have a great retirement. I hope they get to do a lot of great things now that they don't have to come to work every day. So that's amazing.
It is. I'm looking at the names too, and I could just think, yeah, they have been here forever. Erin Benzo, or Erin Francis. Now, she was my daughter's fourth grade teacher and then fifth grade teacher, and still to this day, they interact and just absolutely loved her. I remember I went on vacation for a week and I left my husband at home, and my daughter was going to school, and Erin asked my daughter, she's like, is your mom on vacation this week? And she said, yeah. She's like, okay, well, that explains it. I don't think you did her hair or matched her perfectly or whatever, but she totally caught on to the fact that I was not at home. But yeah, and she, both of her parents were principals in Springfield District too, so, yeah.
And I agree with you. I think the legacy, like, so many people stay in Springfield or they come back as open enrollment, and how many of our teachers have had parents, kids, and now they're even having some grandkids. I mean, I know, Mary. I know you've got some grandkids now too. Not you personally, but they got no. You know what? Her son just graduated high school. She's got no grandkids. And I think that's what makes Springfield so special. I mean, it's that generational continuity of what we've had. So
Reliability, excellence.
Yeah.
Only the best of the best. Our staff is unrivaled in Summit County and even in Northeast Ohio, probably even the state.
yeah, I would agree. So
Any other comments from administration?
I'm sorry.
any
Any
other
other
comments?
comments? Okay. And hearing none, we'll move on to item number 7, board members informal. Kelly, you want to start us off?
I think the only thing that I really have experienced, well, my very first experience was graduation. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Wasn't sure what I was doing, but we figured it out, and that was nice. Yeah, I was never on that side of it. I could hardly see with all the lights, but yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot. That was great. I appreciated being a part of that.
Yeah, that is always one of the things I look forward to as well. So hopefully the kids and the staff are having a great summer, and sadly it'll go by too quickly, but that's okay. We'll be back to normal soon.
Yeah, graduation as well. I had the privilege of handing my daughter her diploma. She came home from practice that morning and told me what I was supposed to do, and she messed up the entire thing herself. She didn't make it halfway to me, and she started crying and just came up and hugged, and everything was... I looked at her afterwards and said, I don't even know if we got our picture taken, because I think we both kind of just blacked out. But it was really great to see not only her, but a lot of her friends that I've gotten to be a part of their lives for the last 6, 7 years, however long it was. But it was really great to read in the program. I was going to call it a pamphlet program. All the awards, vocational awards, scholarships, sports awards, state awards, just there's some great kids at this school in this class. There is in every class, but it was really great to be up there and to see that. It was just a great night.
I'll echo that also. I was fortunate enough to speak at graduation. I took a little bit different approach to it and kind of gave the students and parents the tape measure rule of life. If you've never seen that, it's an interesting perspective on life on a tape measure, and then it rolls out. Things have wrapped up in Columbus. They are on recess campaigning. I will send out a long list of what was passed, and some good for education, some not so good for education, and that's about it for Columbus. Until after the election, and then we may see a lame duck session that may get really fast and furious. It depends on the outcome of the elections this fall. Any other comments? No. Okay, item number 8, citizens' comments on agenda items. Citizens' comments on agenda items are welcome this time. Participants will be limited to 5 minutes. Comments on the agenda. Seeing none, we'll roll right over into item number 9, payment of bills monthly. It is recommended the board approve payment of bills for the month of May, pending audit and Exhibit 1.
So moved.
Thank you, Parker.
Second?
Thank you, Kelly. Any discussion? And hearing none, Chris, Mr.
Mrs.
Adams,
Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Mason,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes,
Mr. Lance.
Yes.
motion passes. Item number 10, acceptance of financial reports. It is recommended the board accept the financial reports from the treasurer for May 2026 in Exhibits 2, 3, and 4.
So moved.
Thank you, Parker.
Second.
Thank you, Chad. Any discussion? And hearing none, Mr. Adams, may you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mason,
Yes.
Mr. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes. Motion passes. Item number 11, personnel. It is recommended the board accept, approve the following personnel items. 11.1, retirement resignation. Accept the retirement resignation of classified employee Marilyn Harris, effective August 1st, 2026. 11.2, accept the retirement resignation of classified employee Barb Lewis, effective July 1st, 2026. Item 11.3, exempted employee contract. Approve a 3-year exempted employee contract to Paulette Ryan, administrative assistant to the superintendent. 11.4, Summit ESC employment contract renewals. Approve the renewal of an employment contract with Summit ESC for the 2026-27 school year for the following: Susanna Davis, educational interpreter.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Lance.
Second?
Thank you, Kelly.
Just a couple, so there were 2 retirements, we honored them over there. They came to us at the last moment, which leads me to the exempt employee, Paulette. As soon as we got them, got on the phone and got their bills here within a day, so they would have their bills here so we can honor them, so that was very nice. The Summit ESC employment contract renewal, this is for our sign language interpreter. We have a student that does need a sign language interpreter, so we hire that person out through the ESC, and then when that service isn't needed anymore, then we don't have to hire for that position. Yes. Okay.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 12, personnel 2. It is recommended the board accept, approve the following personnel items. 12.1, summer athletic director stipend. Approve a summer athletic director stipend for Kevin Vaughn in the amount of $5,000 for the summer 2026. 12.2, extended time. Approve the following extended time for the 2026-27 school year. Ashley Fraley, Head Band Director, 10 days. Tiffany Rittenauer, Counselor, 15 days. Charlene Mass, Counselor, 10 days. 12.3, non-sport supplemental contracts. Approve the following non-sport supplemental contracts for the 2026-27 school year per the negotiated agreement pending proper licensure. And I'll read through them all, just be patient. Ashley Fraley, Summer Band, 10%. Jared McGinnis, Summer Band Assistant, 6%. Ashley Fraley, Instrument Music Director, 10%. Jared McGinnis, Instrument Music Assistant, 6%. Jared McGinnis, Vocal Music Director, 10%. Amy Hartman, High School Newspaper, 5%. Amy Hartman, Junior High Newspaper, 1.5% split contract. Heather Phillips, Junior High Newspaper, 1.5% split contract. Amy Hartman, High School Yearbook, 5%. Amy Hartman, Junior High Yearbook, 3%. Matt Graves, Senior Class Advisor, 4%. Elena Jackson, Senior Class Advisor, 4%. Matt Graves, Junior Class Advisor, 2%. Karina DeMarco, Junior Class Advisor, 2%. Leona Cable Baldinger, Sophomore Class Advisor, 2%. Jody Burgess, Freshman Class Advisor at 2%. Heather Phillips, High School Student Council at 4%. Heather Phillips, Junior High Student Government, 1.5% split contract. Tracy George, Junior High Student Government, 1.5 split contract. Matt Graves, National Honor Society, 3%. Leona Cable Baldinger, High School Horomino, 1.5 split contract. Tracy Rozmalski,
Tricia
Rozmalski, High School Horomino, I was close.
You're close. You're good.
1.5% split contract. Michelle King, Math Department Chair, 3%. Kelly Humanansky, English Department Chair, 3%. Michelle Hanna, Science Department Chair, 3%. Matt Graves, Social Studies Department Chair, 3%. Tracy George, Washington, D.C. Trip Coordinator, 4%. Tiffany Rittenauer, Counselor, 7%. Charlene Mass, Counselor, 7%. Carrie Hort, Counselor, 7%. Tom Eby, Counselor, 7%. 12.4, Athletic Supplemental Contract. Approve the following athletic supplemental contract for the 2026-27 school year per the negotiated agreement pending proper licensure and pre-employment screening. Cameron Corora, 7th grade volleyball coach at 10%. May I have a motion, please?
So move.
Thank you, Mr. Lance.
Second.
Thank you, Parker.
A couple of things on this. For Kevin, he is a 204 employee, but he does work over the summertime. Like, for example, tomorrow he's got a long meeting with the new league. So he puts in, that averages out to about 10 to 12 days in the summer, which he does a lot more than that. It keeps athletics running, all summer long. The extended time and the non-sport supplementals, those are all from the contract. So those are filled in for that. What's exciting is for the non-sport supplemental that we're slowly bringing back, that people are filling in those positions, like having the junior high newspaper, the Horomino coming back, having the junior high government. So, and especially the junior high activities, because with the junior high, making it more, they do a nice job of making it their own building kind of thing. And then for the 7th grade volleyball coach, Cameron, who's been training under the coaches that we've had there. So hopefully we're going to see the volleyball continue to grow.
Good.
I was
Any
gonna
other
say,
questions?
it's nice to see. I think almost everything's back to pre-COVID almost, for the non-supplemental.
I'm going to trust you on that one, and I'm going to guess yeah.
Because, we did lose a lot
We did.
during that time, and there was a lot of, we were going through the middle of rifts too at the same time, and so we lost a lot of people that couldn't really take on all that much at the same time. There was too many uncharted waters at the time.
Absolutely,
So it's
absolutely.
good to have it back.
I think it speaks to when we made promises that we would bring things back,
Yes,
that we're answering the community, that what we said we would do, we would do.
yes.
And I'm noticing some young blood kicking in there, because I know Miss Jackson's been doing it the last 2 years, I believe, but with Matt Graves, but I also noticed, I think Mrs. DeMarco,
Yep,
that's new for her. And so we're gonna make sure that these things carry on.
yeah.
Because even after some of these who are close to retirement, Matt Graves has done a phenomenal job and has done this a lot. And I know he didn't want to do it for a while. He was, hey, I've done my fair share of this, but I appreciate him stepping back in just enough to get people to step up to the plate and take it over once he's gone.
Yeah. And kudos both to Elena and Matt for graduation, and prom was a success. I mean, the kids stayed almost practically to the end this time. After prom was very successful, so they're doing a great job with their seniors.
Roll call, Mr. Adams?
Sure. Mr. Lance?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mrs. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 13, resolution to employ legal counsel. It is recommended the board approve a resolution to employ Glencoe
Gingo.
and Blair Law LLC to its list of law firms attorneys that may provide legal counsel to the board on various matters, including but not limited to special education, student issues, and general advice and counsel as issues may arise.
So moved.
Thank you, Marker. For a
Second.
Thank you, Kelly.
So, back in the day, and I could say that because I'm old, so, back in the day, law firms had, like, they were all encompassing. They did like, you got a law firm and they did everything themselves. But now law firms are breaking apart, and some are doing, focusing on this, and some are focusing on that. So with Gingo and Bear, Pam Lace, who was our counsel for negotiation, she moved over to Gingo and Bear. So we're going to continue. We're going to use them as one of our law firms that we use. So we now have different law firms that we can use. As it was told to me, we could put whatever horse we need in whatever race that we have that's going to be best fit for that.
Any questions? Okay, hearing none, then Mr. Adams, call the roll, please.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Lance?
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 14, resolution adopting cybersecurity framework. It is recommended that the board approve a resolution formally adopting NIST CSF version 2.0 as a cybersecurity framework for Springfield local schools and authorizing administration to implement necessary policies, standards, and controls in Exhibit 5.
So moved.
Thank you, Parker.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lance. Any discussion? Then hearing none, Mr. Adams, may call. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
So the NIST standards are a framework of cybersecurity standards and how we provide security to avoid attacks in the first place, but also how we respond to attacks if they were to happen. So it's a nationally recognized set of standards that we're following. We've been part of a cohort of schools through Neonet, our internet service provider, among other things. That cohort of schools has been working with experts in the cybersecurity field to develop individual plans for each district that follow this framework but are personalized for the district. Those specific documents are protected as they are security plans there, but this framework is what they follow, so the board will, hopefully adopt those standards as the rules, so to speak, that we will follow in protecting and responding to any cybersecurity issues. We begin implementation already on a lot of best practices such as multi-factor authentication and firewalls, VPNs, so forth. We've been doing some of this for years, but progressively strengthening our tools in the toolbox to protect against that and avoid any cybersecurity issues.
Comments? Okay, then hearing none. Mr. Adams, we call the roll, please.
Mr. Lance,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes.
Mrs. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Motion passes. Going on to item 15, general fund transfers. It is recommended the board approve the transfers from the general fund to the following accounts. Cafeteria, $300,000. Bus garage, $234,648. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Lance.
Second.
Second. Parker, did you second that? Thank you.
I'll go over, the bus garage entry is the normal payment for the bus garage. We never put this on the board agenda, the auditors like to see it. The cafeteria was kind of large because of, we changed the free and reduced, okay, but Mr. Boswell has come up with a new plan for next year that's gonna save us a couple $100,000. It's difficult in this district to get all the parents to sign up for the proper documentation that we need to get reimbursement from the federal government. I mean, Dustin, pretty much.
That sums it up well, but the program that Mr. Adams referred to, we are now eligible with our directly certified free students in the district, has reached such a percentage that we are now qualified for the CEP program, Community Eligibility Provision, which is a different format than what we've done the last 2 years, providing free meals to everybody. We've been utilizing Provision 2, which has a lower reimbursement rate because we didn't meet that threshold there yet. So now that we have surpassed that threshold, which is about anywhere from 55 to 60%, where it starts making sense economically to go into CEP. We've passed that now, and we'll take advantage of that for next year. And as our projections, as Mr. Adams said, should generate a couple $100,000 more dollars in revenue. So hopefully wipe out the vast majority of any transfers that need to be done in the future. But we have, historically had to make transfers into the food service account. It operates on its own, but, there's usually a little bit of supplement that's required to continue operating at this. But we're projecting that the CEP program should be very beneficial for the district, and we'll be able to continue to provide free meals, both breakfast and lunch, to all of our students. And we'll reduce that paperwork requirement is one of the big keys to that as well, that individual families will no longer be required to submit applications there because we've passed that threshold. We're able to provide the free meals to everybody regardless of any paperwork requirements, and applications are not dictating what our reimbursement percentage is any longer.
Thank you, Mr. Boswell. Mr. Adams, any other comments from the board? Hearing none, then Mr. Adams, call the roll, please.
Mr. Mason,
Yes.
Mrs. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes.
Mr. Lance.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 16, treasurer's report.
I'm gonna put up a report. I'd like to always spread good news, and this is huge news for our district. When you have a major project like that is financed through bonds, as our K-12 building is, you get rating. Just like as an individual, we get our credit rating, okay, our beacon score, say. Well, this year, Springfield went up 2 notches, which is pretty good for us. I mean, we went from a BB minus to a BB plus. Now, the goal is obviously is to get to an AA plus, but that's a very difficult, that is really left over for the very wealthy districts in the state of Ohio. But the fact that we're up to BB plus will help us in the future when and if we ever decide to do this again, okay? And that's what we're striving at. When we're ready, we're in a good spot. So this was huge for us. Now, was it perfect? No, it wasn't. We still have some internal controls that they look at, but for the most part, to go up 2 in a district that's still in oversight, it made me happy. So I wanted everybody to know that we are sitting on strong ground. Our final year-end financials will be issued next board meeting, but I can tell you right now, based on the preliminaries and a conservative estimate for June, we're going to land as expected, which is, when you don't have surprises, it's a good thing. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
You're welcome.
Item number 17, central office report.
First?
Yeah.
Okay. We have LLA doing our ESY, our extended school year for our students that qualify for extended school year this year. It started today. So we have 35 students participating that are receiving services. So LLA does things a little different than we've done for our ESY program in the past, but one of the things that I think is most special about what they're doing is that they, along with offering the students speech, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, they're also offering music therapy. So that's a feature that we weren't able to provide to our students when we did it on our own. And also the program is 6 weeks long instead of our 4 weeks. So it gives our students a little bit more time having a structured half-day school setting so that their return to school in the fall should be a little bit more smooth and seamless because they've had school services throughout a longer period of time in the summer. So I was really happy with how it ran today, and we've been I've been in coordination with their director for the last few months, planning this, making sure that we had the materials and the staff that we needed, and then referring them some of our staff. So we have some familiar staff people also teaching and working for LLA this summer. So the kids are also seeing some people that they've seen around our building. So it's been a great start, and we hope they do take the week of 4th of July off, but so we have 2 weeks, a week off, and then the last 4 weeks will be at the end of July.
One of the questions we get a lot as central office employees is, what do you guys do in the summer since the kids aren't there? What takes up your time? I'm going to speak specifically to the month of June for the director of academics through my department. I spend a lot of time in June writing a $1.35 million grant that pays for 8.5 plus employees here in Springfield. This is federal grant monies that we are required to indicate exactly how we're going to spend it down to the penny. It is the fact that if you have to go into what's called the CSIP or the CCIP, and it's a program, and inside the program you have to say, this is exactly how Springfield local schools will be spending this money. Now, this money is not permitted to do what's called supplanting any money that we already have to spend. So if we are already required to provide a specific service to kids, we can't say we're going to use this money in order to cover that service. This is only for supplemental or additional services, and it has to meet the federal guidelines. So once you get into this program and you start allocating out the dollars and everything like that, you explain exactly how you're going to spend it. I submit it, and then it goes to the treasurer, and then it goes to the superintendent, who look at the plan and either approve it or send it back to me for revisions. And then once it comes through them as approved, then it goes to the state, and the state has to approve it. The state will say, yes, this aligns with what you're allowed to spend this money on, or no, you're not allowed to do that. And if you're not allowed, they'll send it back, and you have to revise it until it fits. And then we are permitted, once we get the go-ahead, then we're permitted to start pulling on that money. $1.35 million, although it's not our total budget, it's a lot for our budget. And I can't imagine there being 8 less teachers in this district at this point in time. Additionally, on the other end, because this is the beginning of this year, I'm also finishing out last year, which means I have to prove to them every cent that was spent. We have to do an audit of every cent that was spent, and if they, when they come in, because they will eventually come in, they will ask to see all the POs, all the invoices, all the, it's called time and effort logs. They'll ask for all of that, and we have to prove it to them, because if we can't prove it to them, then we have to repay the money. So I am putting together a nice little notebook for the state, or for the vets if they come in to look at our CCIP.
And then just to add on that, once they get it approved, in a couple weeks or whatever, they'll say, oh, we found some more money for you. And they'll put that in there and everything has to start all over again. So and the program, because everybody's doing it, because it has to be done by June 30th. So everybody in Ohio is doing it right now. So imagine everybody on this program.
Program's a little slow.
It runs slow, and then you'll be putting it in, and it's not like Google, to where it just automatically saves. If you don't hit save, you lose everything, and you gotta go back and do it. I mean,
That is the worst.
last year, they did try to use a different program.
The old program's better than the new program.
The new program was horrible. Finally, everybody was like, nobody was getting their CCIP done by June 30th. So they said, okay, we're gonna get rid of the new program, go back to the old program, let us work on the new program. But the new program is not ready yet, so it's, and then, any money that we might not have spent or they send back, so after they give you the original, then they reallocate, then they'll say, oh, guess what? You didn't use $15,000 here or $8,000 here, and then they put that back in there, and then you gotta do it
all over again.
all over again. So it's a very tedious,
Sometimes it is, yeah.
yes.
It is, for sure. And
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
I like that you think about it. I'm still practicing.
Good practice, makes good perfect, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Justin?
So along the same theme there of what my departments are doing this month, custodians are busy cleaning buildings, throughout the summer, rooms are completely emptied, the entire room scrubbed down from the lights down to the floors. Many are, all are waxed, many are stripped down to the original product and re-waxed there. We do that on a rotation around the buildings each year. So they are busy doing that. Maintenance is busy working on projects that aren't otherwise able to be done during the year, maybe too disruptive, such as at Spring Hill, the main set of restrooms are being overhauled this summer with new fixtures, new
Nice.
barriers between the facilities there and so forth. So those will look a lot different come next school year. So those are projects going on. And as Mrs. Zigabug mentioned, with the extended school year going on, you'll begin seeing buses rolling around the district again as we provide transportation to some of those students there. So we will see that running throughout the days and a little bit longer this year than in years past. So there's still plenty going on throughout the summer months.
Good, thank you. Well, we have a lot going on in June. So besides doing the CCIP and extended school year, Mary and Christina are organizing a lot of the interviews for the people that the shoes that we have to fill, which is not an easy task to fill those shoes. So we want to make sure that the people that we get are best for our kids. Dave, congratulations again. That is really an honor to be a master board member. It's an amazing feat. We're dealing with next year. It's just starting over, again with it. We're doing it because everybody's going to be taking vacations here because they don't take vacations during the year, so they do them during the summertime. And so we're organizing our vacations to make sure that we can get things together. And I hope everybody out there is having a great start to their summer. Relax, take time, recharge, and enjoy yourselves. That's all we can do. And if there's anything that you need, please reach out and let me know.
Okay. Item 19, items worthy of your note. June 17th, special board meeting of education meeting at Springfield Administration Preschool Center. June 19th, district buildings closed for Juneteenth. July 21st, next regular board meeting at 6 p.m., Springfield Administration's Preschool Center. Item number 20, citizens' comments. Participants will be limited to 5 minutes. Any citizens' comments? Seeing none, we'll go right to item number 21, executive session. As recommended, the board go into executive session at this time to consider the employment of a public employee or official.
So moved.
Thank you, Parker.
Second?
Thank you, Kelly. Roll call, Mr. Adams?
Mr. Lance,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes.
Mrs. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
And there will be no action. And it should be short.
Would you help me ring the bells back and write?